Time is the great equalizer. Whether you are rich or poor, young or old, every person is given 24 hours in a day. The question isn't whether you have enough time, it's how you choose to use it. And that choice will determine the course of your life. If you want success, happiness, and personal fulfillment, you must take control of your time. Time will either be your greatest ally or your worst enemy, but it will never wait for you. The first step is simple: plan your days with purpose. Without a plan, life will pull you in every direction except forward. Every evening, write down the key things you must accomplish the next day. Prioritize tasks that push you closer to your goals. But planning isn't enough. You must protect your time fiercely. That means learning to say no to distractions. Social media, endless notifications, and mindless entertainment are traps. They rob you of hours you could be using to build your future. Focus is your superpower. When you commit your full attention to one task, you unlock your potential. Multitasking only scatters your energy and reduces the quality of your work. Be fully present in each task, and you'll accomplish more in less time. And here's something most people overlook: use your time to invest in yourself. Read books, listen to inspiring content, develop your skills, and nurture your health, because the time you spend growing today will reward you for a lifetime. Remember this: when you waste time, you're not just losing minutes, you're losing opportunities. But when you take control of your time, you take control of your future. So today, decide to be the master of your time, not its victim. Live with intention, protect your time, and invest it in things that truly matter, because your time is your life, and you only get one. Time is your most valuable asset. Time is the one resource that every person on this planet is given in equal measure. Rich or poor, young or old, we all have 24 hours a day. But what separates those who succeed from those who fall short is how they use that time. While money can be earned, lost, and regained, time is a one-way street. Once it's gone forever. This makes time your most valuable asset, and yet it's often the most overlooked and misused resource in our lives. When you understand the true value of time, you begin to treat it differently. Think about the activities you engage in daily. How much of your time is spent on things that truly matter? How much is wasted scrolling through social media, binge-watching shows, or engaging in meaningless conversations? Now, there's nothing wrong with relaxation and leisure. In fact, rest is essential. But when leisure becomes mindless and habitual, it turns into a thief that robs you of opportunities for growth, success, and fulfillment. Great achievers in any field, whether it's business, sports, arts, or science, all have one thing in common: they understand the value of time and guard it fiercely. They don't just drift through the day hoping to accomplish something. They approach each day with purpose and intention. Every hour is accounted for because they know that wasting time is equivalent to wasting life itself. It's crucial to change your mindset about time. Stop thinking of it as an unlimited resource and start seeing it as a precious commodity. Imagine that every day you're given a bank account with 86,400 seconds. Unlike a traditional bank account, you can't carry over the balance to the next day. You either use it wisely or lose it forever. Now, what would you do if that were your reality? How would you spend those seconds? Most likely, you'd prioritize the things that matter most. You'd focus on meaningful work, spend quality time with loved ones, invest in learning new skills, and take care of your health. The same principle applies to your life right now. Every day is a fresh deposit of time, and it's up to you to use it wisely. One of the greatest regrets people have at the end of their lives is wishing they had spent their time differently. They wish they had pursued their passions, spent more time with family, or taken that bold step toward their dreams. But regrets don't have to be part of your story. By recognizing the value of time today, you can start making better choices right now. Taking control of your time doesn't mean becoming a workaholic or being productive every second of the day. It simply means living with intention. Be clear about your goals and values. When you know what's important to you, it's easier to allocate your time accordingly. Remember, saying yes to one thing always means saying no to something else. Be intentional about what you say yes to, and protect your time from things that don't align with your priorities. Time is the foundation upon which your entire life is built. You can earn more money, but you can never buy back a single moment of wasted time. So value your time as the most precious asset you have. Guard it, use it wisely, and live each day with purpose. Because when you take control of your time, you take control of your life. Plan with purpose. Success rarely happens by accident. Those who achieve great things in life are intentional about how they spend their time. They don't wake up and hope for a productive day, they plan for it. Purposeful planning is the bridge that turns your goals into reality. Without a clear plan, even the most ambitious dreams remain just that, dreams. Imagine setting out on a long road trip without a map or GPS. You might eventually get somewhere, but it's highly unlikely you'll reach your intended destination efficiently, if at all. Life works the same way. If you don't have a plan, you'll be pulled in countless directions by distractions, emergencies, and other people's priorities. But with a clear and purposeful plan, you can steer your life in the direction you want it to go. The first step to planning with purpose is knowing your destination. What are your goals? Where do you want to be in the next year, 5 years or 10 years? These goals don't have to be grand or perfect, but they must be clear. Without clarity, it's impossible to create a roadmap for your time. Once you have your goals defined, break them down into actionable steps. A long-term goal might seem daunting, but when broken down into smaller tasks, it becomes manageable and achievable. Daily planning is the key to staying on track. Each evening or morning, take a few minutes to write down the top 3 to 5 things you must accomplish that day. These tasks should align with your larger goals. Prioritize the most important tasks first, and tackle them during your peak productivity hours when your focus is strongest. A common mistake people make is filling their to-do lists with countless tasks that are neither important nor urgent. This leads to burnout and frustration because you're busy without being effective. Instead, focus on high-impact activities, the ones that truly move the needle forward. Ask yourself, if I could only accomplish one thing today, what would make the biggest difference? That should be your top priority. Equally important is learning to schedule downtime. Life is not just about work and productivity. Time for rest, reflection, and leisure is essential for maintaining your mental and physical well-being. When you plan your day, include breaks and moments to recharge. Purposeful planning doesn't mean filling every minute of your day with tasks. It means being intentional about how you use your time. Another critical aspect of planning with purpose is flexibility. Life is unpredictable and unexpected situations will arise. A rigid plan that leaves no room for adjustments is a recipe for stress and disappointment. Instead, build buffer time into your schedule and be willing to adapt when necessary. The key is to stay focused on your priorities, even when circumstances change. Reviewing your progress regularly is essential for effective planning. At the end of each day, week, or month, take time to reflect on what worked and what didn't. Celebrate your successes and learn from your setbacks. This habit of reflection will help you refine your planning process and become more efficient over time. Purposeful planning is the compass that guides your life. It transforms vague aspirations into tangible achievements. When you take the time to plan your days with intention, you gain clarity, focus, and control over your time. So don't leave your life to chance. Plan with purpose, prioritize what matters most, and watch as your dreams become a reality. Because every great success story begins with a simple, intentional plan. Eliminate time wasters. Time is a non-renewable resource. Yet so many people lose countless hours every day on activities that add no real value to their lives. The secret to getting more out of your day is not necessarily working harder, it's working smarter by eliminating time wasters. When you become conscious of the distractions that derail your productivity and learn how to manage them, you unlock the power to achieve more in less time. One of the biggest culprits in today's world is social media. While these platforms have their benefits, they can quickly turn into a black hole of wasted time. What starts as a few minutes of scrolling can easily turn into an hour or more. The key to overcoming this trap is setting boundaries. Allocate specific times during the day to check your social media and stick to those limits. Better yet, use apps that monitor and limit your screen time to keep yourself accountable. Another major time waster is the constant barrage of notifications. Think about how many times your phone vibrates or your email inbox pings throughout the day. Each time you check your phone or computer, it breaks your concentration and wastes valuable time. The solution? Turn off non-essential notifications. Reserve specific blocks of time to check and respond to messages rather than allowing interruptions to control your day. Meetings are another sneaky time waster. How many meetings do you attend that could have been handled with a simple email? Be selective about the meetings you schedule and attend. If a meeting is necessary, set a clear agenda and keep it as brief and focused as possible. Respecting both your time and that of others is a sign of professionalism and efficiency. Mindless entertainment is yet another area where time slips away unnoticed. Watching a show or two to relax after a long day is perfectly fine, but when you find yourself watching episode after episode without realizing it, you're wasting precious time that could be spent on more meaningful activities. One strategy is to use a timer. But time wasters aren't just external distractions, they can come from within. Procrastination, indecision, and perfectionism are some of the most insidious internal time wasters. Procrastination often comes from a fear of failure or a lack of motivation. The best way to overcome it is to break tasks into smaller, manageable steps and just get started, even if the first step is small. Indecision can be tackled by setting deadlines for decisions and gathering just enough information to make an informed choice. As for perfectionism, remember this: done is better than perfect. Another overlooked time waster is saying yes to things that don't align with your goals or priorities. Your time is precious, and you must protect it. Learn to say no politely but firmly to requests and commitments that don't serve your objectives. Every time you say yes to something that doesn't matter, you're saying no to something that does. Eliminating time wasters doesn't mean becoming rigid or joyless. It means being intentional about how you spend your time and ensuring that your activities align with your goals and values. When you reclaim the hours lost to distractions, you gain more time to focus on what truly matters: personal growth, meaningful relationships, and the pursuit of your passions. Time is your most valuable resource, and wasting it is a form of self-sabotage. Identify the distractions in your life, both external and internal, and take deliberate steps to eliminate them. By doing so, you'll not only get more done, but also find greater fulfillment in how you spend your days. Remember, every minute wasted is a minute you can never get back, so guard your time wisely. Master the art of prioritization. Time is limited, but your commitments are endless. One of the greatest challenges we face today is deciding what truly matters and focusing on those things while letting go of distractions. The ability to prioritize effectively is not just a skill, it's a life-changing art that determines your success, happiness, and peace of mind. If you don't set your priorities, life will set them for you. And trust me, life doesn't always choose what's best for you. Let's start by understanding why prioritization is essential. Think of your day as a glass jar. Imagine filling it with sand first and then trying to fit in large stones. It won't work, the stones won't fit. But if you place the stones in the jar first and then pour the sand around them, everything fits perfectly. The stones represent your most important priorities, while the sand represents the smaller, less significant tasks. If you spend your time focusing on the sand, you'll never have room for the stones. Prioritization ensures that you focus on what truly matters first. Now, how do you identify your big stones, the tasks and responsibilities that deserve your attention? Start by getting clear on your long-term goals and values. What do you want to achieve in your career, relationships, health, and personal growth? Write these goals down. They are your compass, guiding you toward meaningful decisions. When you know where you're headed, it becomes much easier to decide which tasks will help you get there and which ones are merely distractions. Once you have clarity on your goals, break them down into smaller, actionable steps. These steps should form the foundation of your daily, weekly, and monthly priorities. Remember, not all tasks are created equal. Some will have a significant impact on your progress, while others will make little to no difference. Focus on the tasks that move the needle. A powerful tool for prioritization is the Eisenhower matrix, which divides tasks into 4 categories. Important and urgent. These are tasks that require immediate attention, such as deadlines or emergencies. Handle these first. Important but not urgent. These are the tasks that contribute to your long-term goals, like planning, exercise, and skill development. Schedule these tasks to ensure they don't get neglected. Not important but urgent. These tasks often involve other people's priorities, such as interruptions or unnecessary meetings. Delegate or minimize these whenever possible. Not important and not urgent. These are pure time wasters like mindless scrolling or binge watching shows. Eliminate these activities from your schedule. Most people spend too much time on tasks in the 3rd and 4th categories, leaving little room for what truly matters. Shifting your focus to the first 2 categories will transform your productivity and satisfaction. Another critical aspect of mastering prioritization is learning to say no. Time is finite, and every time you say yes to something that doesn't align with your priorities, you're saying no to something that does. It's not always easy to decline requests, especially when you want to be helpful or avoid conflict. But remember, your time is your most valuable asset. Protect it fiercely. When saying no, be polite but firm. You don't owe anyone an explanation. A simple "I'm unable to commit to that right now" is sufficient. Equally important is the ability to focus on one thing at a time. Multitasking may seem productive, but research shows that it actually reduces efficiency and increases errors. When you divide your attention, you lose the ability to perform at your best. Instead, practice single tasking. Choose your top priority task, eliminate distractions, and give it your full attention until it's complete. This level of focus not only improves the quality of your work, but also helps you finish tasks faster. But prioritization isn't just about work, it's also about balancing your life. Your health, relationships, and personal well-being are just as important as your professional achievements. Make time for exercise, rest, and meaningful connections with loved ones. These are the foundation of a fulfilling life and should never be sacrificed in the name of productivity. Reviewing your priorities regularly is essential. Life is dynamic, and your goals and circumstances will evolve. Take time each week to reflect on what's working and what's not. Are you spending your time on activities that align with your goals? Are there commitments you need to let go of? Be honest with yourself and make adjustments as needed. Technology can be a valuable ally in prioritization if used wisely. Calendar apps, task management tools, and productivity trackers can help you stay organized and focused. But be cautious, these tools are only effective if you use them intentionally. Don't get caught up in overplanning or relying on technology to do the thinking for you. Ultimately, prioritization is a mindset, not just a set of tools. Mastering the art of prioritization is about taking control of your time and focusing on what truly matters. It requires clarity, discipline, and the courage to say no to distractions. When you prioritize effectively, you create a life filled with purpose, progress, and fulfillment. Remember, you have the same 24 hours as everyone else. The difference between those who thrive and those who merely survive is how they choose to spend their time. So, choose wisely and let your priorities guide you toward the life you desire. Build a daily routine to maximize time. One of the most powerful ways to take control of your time is by building a structured daily routine. Successful individuals across every field, from business leaders to athletes, all have one thing in common: they follow a disciplined schedule that maximizes their productivity while maintaining balance in their lives. A well-designed routine acts as your personal blueprint for success, enabling you to focus on your goals without wasting time on indecision or distractions. Why is having a routine so critical? The answer lies in decision fatigue. Every day you make countless decisions: what to wear, when to exercise, what tasks to prioritize, and so on. These decisions may seem minor, but they consume mental energy. By creating a routine, you eliminate the need to make unnecessary choices, freeing up your mental capacity for more important decisions. In essence, your routine becomes a powerful tool that automates positive habits and keeps you on track. Start your day with purpose. How you begin your day sets the tone for everything that follows. Instead of reaching for your phone or scrolling through social media first thing in the morning, dedicate time to activities that center and energize you. Successful morning routines often include practices such as meditation, journaling, reading, or light exercise. These activities help you approach the day with clarity and focus. One highly effective method is to set aside time each morning to review your goals and plan your day. This intentional practice allows you to prioritize your most important tasks and establish a clear direction for the day. Write down your top 3 priorities and commit to completing them before the day's distractions take over. By doing this, you'll achieve a sense of accomplishment that fuels your momentum. Time blocking for maximum efficiency. Time blocking is a simple yet transformative technique that involves scheduling your day in advance and allocating specific blocks of time for each activity. Instead of reacting to tasks as they come, you proactively decide when and how long you'll spend on each task. Here's how to get started. Identify your key tasks. These are the activities that directly contribute to your goals. Set time blocks, allocate specific periods for deep work, meetings, breaks, and personal time. Be realistic about how long each task will take. Stick to your schedule. Treat your time blocks as non-negotiable appointments. Time blocking helps eliminate distractions and keeps you focused on what matters most. It also provides a clear structure, reducing the stress of constantly deciding what to do next. The power of habit stacking. One way to make your routine even more effective is through habit stacking. This involves linking a new habit to an existing one. For example, if you want to start journaling in the morning, do it immediately after brushing your teeth. By connecting the new habit to an established one, you create a mental trigger that makes it easier to stick with the new behavior. Habit stacking is a powerful tool because it leverages the brain's natural tendency to form associations. Over time, these associations become automatic and your routine becomes effortless. Breaks and recovery are essential. A common mistake people make when creating a routine is packing it with back-to-back tasks without allowing for breaks. While it may seem productive to power through the day without stopping, this approach actually leads to burnout and diminished performance. Research shows that the brain can only maintain high levels of focus for about 90 minutes at a time. After that, your productivity drops significantly. To stay sharp and energized, schedule regular breaks throughout the day. Use this time to stretch, take a short walk, or simply rest your eyes. These moments of recovery help you maintain peak performance and prevent mental fatigue. Evening reflection and planning. Just as a strong morning routine sets the stage for a productive day, an intentional evening routine helps you wind down and prepare for the next day. Spend a few minutes reflecting on what you accomplished, what challenges you faced, and what you can improve. Planning your next day in advance is one of the most effective habits you can adopt. Write down your top priorities and schedule your tasks for the following day. This simple practice clears your mind, reduces anxiety, and allows you to start the next day with clarity and purpose. Flexibility and adaptation. While routines are powerful, it's essential to remain flexible. Life is unpredictable, and there will be days when things don't go according to plan. When this happens, don't abandon your routine altogether. Instead, adapt and adjust as needed. The key is to maintain a mindset of progress rather than perfection. Give yourself permission to deviate from your schedule when necessary, but always return to your routine as soon as possible. Consistency is what ultimately leads to long-term success. Staying motivated. Building and maintaining a routine requires discipline, but it also requires motivation. One way to stay motivated is by tracking your progress. Use a journal or digital app to record your accomplishments and celebrate your wins, no matter how small. Seeing your progress visually can be incredibly motivating and reinforces the positive habits you've built. Another way to stay motivated is by reminding yourself of your why. What are the goals and dreams that drive you? Keep these reasons at the forefront of your mind, especially on days when you're tempted to abandon your routine. A well-structured daily routine is your roadmap to taking control of your time and achieving your goals. It eliminates decision fatigue, builds positive habits, and keeps you focused on what truly matters. By starting your day with purpose, using time blocking techniques, incorporating habit stacking, and allowing for breaks and reflection, you'll create a routine that maximizes your potential. Remember, the key to success lies in consistency. Small, intentional actions repeated daily lead to extraordinary results over time. So take control of your time by designing a routine that supports your goals and watches your life transforms in ways you never thought possible.